Another fish on. We've not been out here, not even 5 minutes yet. Good morning. We're out here today. We're going to show you what I think is the most easy and most fun way to locate crappie in the spring, and that's longline trolling. It's so easy to do. It is great for kids, women, or inexperienced fishermen. Now, if you're a LiveScope guy, more power to you. That's what you like to do. But I like to cover water. And why not cover water with baits in the water? Why not let the baits find the fish for you? That's just how I like to do it. So stay tuned. We're going to show you how we do it, how we find fish, how we catch them. We'll go from there. All right, so we're fishing in early spring. This is March, middle of March right now. Water temp is around 55, 56. Those fish are in their pre-spawn. They're starting to move up in these creeks. So we're going to concentrate on one of the big feeder creeks that's coming back through here. We're going to pull this creek channel and some up on the flats. All right, so these fish are out toward this main creek channel. There's all kinds of bait in here. Right now the fish are going to be out moving around looking for bait and feeding. So that's what we're concentrating on. We're going to try to kind of follow this creek channel back through here, and we'll pull up on the flat some, just try to put some baits out, cover some water, find some fish. We've got our cruise control right now set at 1 mile an hour. That seems to be the best, absolute best starting point. We'll start there and work our way up. Sometimes the fish want something that is a little slower. Sometimes they're a lot more aggressive and want something a little faster. So like I said, we'll just kind of gauge what kind of mood they're in and follow this creek channel back through here. I have my iPilot on as well, so it's kind of holding course for me. We'll talk a little bit more about that here shortly. But let's get some baits in the water, see if we can catch a fish. So this is the most simple technique that you can use. Now what I'm using here, you do not have to have top of the line equipment to longline troll for crappie. I'm using a Zebco crappie fighter. Buy it at Dick's Sporting Goods. I think they are 30 bucks for the combo. Comes ready to fish. So you do not have to have really expensive equipment. If you think otherwise, if you think you need better equipment than this to longline troll, leave a comment down below and tell me what your preferred rod is to longline troll for crappie. Now, as far as our setup, I'm using 4-pound test line on these crappie fighters. Some of my others, I have 6-pound Flouroclear P line. Now, here's what I am running. It's just a 1/16 ounce jig head. Now I have a Bobby Garland baby swimmer on this. Super simple. You can use curly tails, you can use paddle tails. The Slabalicious work amazing for longline trolling. Or like I said, any kind of curly tails work good. Now I am mixing it up a little bit. I do have a fin spin on a couple, just to add a little more flash to attract fish. And I'm mixing up the colors. You can see this, the first one I showed you was bluegrass. I think on this fin spin, it's a blue glimmer, I think is the color. And then I've also got, on some of the Slabalicious, I've got a white and chartreuse, and I've got, I think it's tuxedo. It's a black with a chartreuse tail. Just kind of mix it up and see what kind of mood the fish are in. A lot of it depends on water clarity. If it's super clear, I like to go with the more natural colors. If it is kind of stained, dirty water, the black and chartreuse seem to work really well. But mix it up, and it's super, like I said, it's super simple. It is perfect for kids. All I'm doing, you can see the jigs are tied about 18 inches apart. No problem. Tie your 2 jigs on, and we're just going to throw it out the back of the boat, a nice long throw. Stick it in the rod holder and just keep on trolling. It's that simple. Now we're fishing in anywhere from 10 to 18 foot of water. I like to start out a little deeper. I like to start out in that 18 to 20 foot range and start working my way in. And just locate the fish. Once you locate the fish, you can just pull back and forth on them and wear them out. Like I said, it's an awesome method to find fish and put fish in the boat at the same time. You can, if you're, like I said, if you're a live scoper, you like to go out, you like to scope them, sit on them. That's your thing, go for it. But I like to put baits out, cover water, let the fish show me where they're at. And a lot of times in this pre-spawn, what you'll run into is the fish can be scattered. They can be scattered, and you'll find schools that are traveling this creek channel. It's really hard with live scope to set on those fish and work on them. Not to mention, if you have kids or women or inexperienced fishermen, they're going to struggle with live scope. They're going to struggle with that. This is an easy way for them to have fun, not have to cast a lot, and just enjoy themselves. Just put some fish in the boat. Now with this technique, you could deploy planer boards if you wanted to. Oh, fish on. That didn't take long at all. We just got the rods out. Now he's not a big fish, he's not a keeper, so we'll let him go. But this is kind of giving me an idea where the fish are. We're up in 13 feet of water right now. Got the first bite. And it's telling me, he's a little guy. We'll let him go. Let him grow up. We'll catch him next year. But that came on that Bobby Garland little swimmer with a pink head in the bluegrass. So if I start getting more hits on the bluegrass, I'll start changing them over and concentrate more on using that color. So now, here's what I do. I caught that on the middle rod. Instead of throwing it back down the middle, I'm just going to rotate rods around and throw this on the outside. That's how you're going to keep from getting tangled up. Another fish on. We've not been out here, not even 5 minutes yet. Well, this is a little better fish. This might be a keeper. And man, these crappie fighter rods, they're nice and flimsy. They are a ton of fun to catch fish on. Alright, now that's a keeper. That's a little more what we're looking for. Now that came on like a blue shimmer and chartreuse paddle tail. Slabalicious, so I'm going to keep that in mind. That might be telling us something. So, Mama wants a fish fry. We're going to hold on to this one. I'm having trouble even getting all the rods out. It's like as soon as I can get a rod out, I'm getting a bite. And we turned around to go the other way. Oh, don't put two in the boat. They're little. I think I might get ready to go try another creek. We're gonna pull out through here a little bit more. And there's just a bunch of little guys in here. Oh, there's another one. That might be a little bit of fish. Don't know that he's going to be a keeper, but he's a little better one. No, not quite. There's another one. Feels a little better. No, he'll be the guy. I think we're gonna have to, hey, just come on. I think we're gonna have to move to another creek. Oh, there's another one. That might be a little better one. This might be a keeper. Winner, winner, crappy dinner. That might be a keeper. We'll measure him and see. He's 10. So we moved over to another creek. Same way, we started out in that 18 to 20 foot range. Got a nibble. It's spam. Started out in that 18 to 20 foot range. We're gonna pull back through here. There's a bunch of trees in this creek, in this creek channel. Just try to figure out where these fish are. In the other creek, I was finding the fish in about 13, 14 foot of water. And I have a feeling that's where we're gonna find them here. Marking a few fish out deeper, but I have a feeling that the fish that are gonna be feeding are gonna be more active, are gonna be up shallow. So we're gonna pull back through here, make a pass or two and see what happens. Once again, we're just letting the long lines find the fish for us. We caught several fish in the other creek, probably caught 15 to 20 fish. Only had 4 keepers out of that, but that's part of it. So we'll keep pulling back through here and see what happens. All right, so we moved over to this other creek. This is a little better fish. We finally hooked up. It hadn't been here long, just got the rods out. Yeah, this is a little better fish. And I was kind of hoping there would be some better fish in this creek. It appears that there is. Yeah, no, that's a little better fish. That's a good one. That's what we're looking for. Oh yeah, that's a better fish. That's what we're looking for. Let's put him in the live well, let you know. there's another one. Hopefully he does not go over and get in every stinking line we got. Trying to keep him out of them, but sometimes that's tough. Man, this might be a keeper too. Yeah, that's a better one. There we go. Yeah. Now we're cooking. So yeah, long lining, awesome way. Like I said earlier, especially if you have kids. If you have kids or ladies that just like to lay back, it's hard for them to understand the whole live scope thing and dropping a bait on them. It's hard for that. So this is an easy way, like I said, to cover a lot of water, find fish. We're going to have another video coming up. We're going to call it the 1-2 punch, where I am going to actually find fish long lining. Then we're going to come back, set up on them, use our spot lock to set up on these fish, and then just kind of work on them, pick them off. We'll find our best spots, and then we'll show you how to mark them on the GPS. But hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, because that video will be coming soon. But anyway, I just wanted to show you, I had some time this morning, wanted to go out and show you how to long line. It's an easy, fun way to catch fish in the spring. You don't need a bunch of really expensive equipment. I'm using my 2D sonar and my down imaging is all I'm really using, not really relying on my side imaging any. So yeah, so that makes it easy. You don't have to have really expensive sonar. You don't have to have live scope. I'm not a live scope guy, if you have not figured that out already. Now, you don't have to have a bunch of expensive equipment either. Like I said, these crappie fighter rods are $30 at Dick's Sporting Goods. Don't have to have anything real expensive. And I can take these crappie fighter rods, I can long line with them. I'm sure you could use a slip float. You could spider rig. That's all you need. I've been running them for about 4 years. Never had really a problem out of them, but all I do with them is crappie fish. And that's what they're for, of course. So, anyway, get out there, take some kids fishing. This is a blast. Kids will absolutely love it. There's a lot of fast action. Keeps them going. And like I said, it's easy for them. Throw the rods out, stick it in the rod holder, cover some water, let them catch fish. And like I said, we are putting our autopilot on. We're putting it on cruise control. 1 mile an hour seemed to be the magic number. We switched everything over to the bluegrass. And like I said, switch up your soft plastic, switch up your grubs. Figure out what they're wanting. If you start getting more bites off one thing than the other, change everything over to that. But anyway, thanks for watching. We've got a mess of crappie in the live well now. Now it's time to go cook them up, make mama a fish fry. See you later.